What's up, guys? MoneyManD here, back in another coin video. This is the part 2. I just recorded a part 1 with a bunch of like coin shop finds and coin roll hunt finds. There was a bunch of nickels and quarters, and then now we have all halves. We got some silver, I think some errors, and some NAFC. So just all around a bunch of cool stuff. Starting off with this half dollar I found, um, is clad, unfortunately. But it's still nice. Just pick some camera up a little bit. This is one of the bicentennial half dollars. Very nice design that they have. They can't take the Kenny half dollar. They dual dated it. These were made in 75 and 76, but you never have a 75 one. They just all are 76. And they all have the year America became a country, 1776. And this is the 200th anniversary, it's bicentennial. So, and then they changed the back. They pretty cool. It's Independence Hall. They changed the back design. So the front design is the same as previous years, and the front design really hasn't changed. Maybe the type of striking did. But this is a really cool coin, just as it is. I wouldn't just, if I find one, I don't just keep it. But I kind of kept this one because look at this doubling. It's crazy. I think it might be machine doubling, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's still pretty cool. I don't think it's actual double die, but every letter on the back is doubled. Pretty extreme, maybe even tripled. It's pretty crazy because you can see it doubles like up that way, and then these ones double right in the top. It's crazy. I don't think everything. It might not be a machine gun. Like, I don't really know. But yeah, look at this. The dollar is crazy. Look at the O's. Just awesome. So I thought it was really cool to get one of these half is a little bit as well. And it's a little bit worn, but it's still a nice coin. I really like it. And the front is untouched, I would say. Yeah, the front has got nothing on it, so it's really odd. I haven't seen anything before, but I don't know. It's cool. It's something different. So no idea what it's worth a buck. I have no idea. More half dollars. These are pretty cool ones I found. You gotta look as a specific variety called the No FG variety, the designer's initials, or FG, Frank Gasparo, on the back of these half dollars up until I guess they changed it, but then they brought it back, I'm pretty sure. But on the 72 Denver and the 82, I think P and Denver, both P and D maybe. Maybe it's just the Denver, or maybe it's just a Philly, I have no idea. But one of the 82, and then I think the 83 is not recognized yet, but look at the FG because there was kind of a grease was filled in the dial and they're striking it, and there's quite a bit of no FG half dollars. So starting off, we have this 1983. It's pretty good condition actually, Denver. But I'm pretty sure this one is not recognized yet. I could be wrong. Let me see, 1983 half. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's recognized. Oh, this is Denver. This is not gonna work. No. So 93D. And here's the back design. This is the original design, and then it kind of stayed like, and they brought it back after the ends. You know, they don't have any no FGs on this, unfortunately. But if you see the FG, it is very light. I don't know. This might be considered no FG. I could be wrong. But it might be. Silver no, silver. I'm just quickly looking this up. Copper nickel. Okay. So you had the 72D no FG is definitely recognized. They got like nothing on some of these. There's like nothing there. But this is pretty zoomed in. But basically completely gone on some of these examples. Some of them have a little bit more, but that is one of them, is the 72D. And then you also have 82. Like I said, one of them has got something going on. I think it's here. Let me see. 82P. Yeah, 82P. There is a no FG variety. 82D. There is no FG variety. So you 72D and 82P. So switches. That's the one you want to look out for the no FG. But this still is an error. It's still it's not recognized, but still, like, just because it's not recognized doesn't mean it's, not, it doesn't exist. It exists right here. So, like I said, it's kind of hard. It's a nice condition coin. I would say nice MS, but you can't tell that it's got something on it. You can't tell that there is, or you can't tell that it's not bold, basically. The design features are not bold. The design features aren't bold. Like, if you see it right here, if I can hold it up, you really can't see it. You should see something sticking out. You really can't. Like I said, of course you're going to see something over here because it's very zoomed in. This is, I don't know what, this is like 10, 20 something magnification. So it's quite a bit. I think the classification is if it's a 5x. So if you can't see anything with a 5x magnification, then it counts. So I don't know. I still it's cool. It's worth something. I don't know. It's kind of a semi no FG, maybe completely no FG, because there's like basically there's no F, and the G is just like partially there. So it's cool. I like it. Another one. This is an 82. I can't. Let's see. Which one is better? I think the 72 is a little bit more known, a little bit more valuable. Actually, yeah, I think it is. Let's see. MS 50. Whoa, yeah, it gets expensive. Yeah, and much more valuable. An AU 58, it's worth $450. That's what it says for a 72. And 82, AU 58 is worth 25 bucks. So it's really good to find one of these. So you probably, it's definitely unlikely, but it says it's worth quite a bit of money. Like, it's worth hundreds of dollars, which is crazy. I didn't even know how much. I didn't realize it was worth that much. But anyways, this is a $0.50. Okay, conditions by AU 82p, and then boom. F is mostly missing, if not completely, and the G is missing. This might be a no FG. And then if it's AU, it's really not worth too much. Let's take a quick look at this. Yeah, it might be AU. It might be AU details. It's got something going on, but it might be AU. Let's say it's AU. But I think it's missing. Counts as missing. So worst case scenario, it's like a $20 coin, maybe $30 coin if it gets a designation on it. I wouldn't grade it, but it's just so cool to have. Basically, it should be an error. If you see, you see when you tilt it, but I can't. If I'm just looking at head on, it's barely there. So I think it's cool. Got some stuff going on right there too. I didn't even notice it. That's definitely some. Right. That's all. Oh wait, no. That's a chip. Oops. That's a chip on the coin. It's not. Or is it? I don't know. To me, this looks kind of odd. These look like pieces of metal, like extra metal got in the die when they were striking it. But still a cool coin. Sorta, kinda an error, possibly an error, maybe not. But nonetheless, it's still a nice coin. But yeah, whatever is going on by the O and the L, and then the L and F, kind of odd. Seems like it can't be just a coincidence. Anyways, another possibly no FG $0.50. And then next we get two 72Ds, and they're definitely going to be very strict on the 72Ds. So you have to be very, very look at them. You have to be very particular to make sure that there is no FG whatsoever for them to be considered a no FG, because otherwise it won't count. So this is 72D, like I said. This is the first thing. Regular, like kind of AU-ish. And then, yeah, no, it's still there, so you probably won't get it, but it's still pretty cool. It would be awesome, man, if they could get it. It would be worth quite a bit of money. But it's still nice to have a kind of a semi-no FG, possibly, like, no, like, you can barely see it. Like, you can still see something there, but yeah, it's still cool. Then we got one more with these. I always check them. I really haven't found any till now, but now I've found some. This is the other 72D, like I said, about AU condition, and then the FG. This one, the F is almost completely gone. The G is a little bit more there. So I'm still pulling these back because they're kind of, sort of, but they're not perfect. So whatever. That's that. And then I'll move on to some NIFCs. I did find some NIFCs hunting. NIFCs are any coin from any 1987 is an NIFC for some reason. And then 2002 to kind of 2022. 2023 is definitely not. They made a bunch. 2024, it's kind of not really. And I think definitely 2020, I think 21 and 22 as well considered. So I did find Um, I need filling these up for my album, so I didn't. I kept this. It's a 2023D. Even though it's not NFC, it's still, I don't have one of these yet. And I'll go through these pretty quick because they're just nice connection coins. There's the FG, and you definitely won't find that error anymore. And they kind of redesigned it. The coin does look different. It's the same design, but it's just a striking, different way of striking. That they made these, every few decades they change it up. And I won't show you the P one because it's the Philadelphia minted one because it's repetitive. Okay. Then here I think I only found one 2022 right here, Denver. Again, just average. They are circular. They're like low MS AU. They're not that nice. 2021 Denver. And over the years, like some of these, I think some of these are as low as like 3 million or like 2 million, which is pretty crazy. Like these are like you considered key date coins, but they're not. They're maybe worth a few bucks or so. And then this is the 2021 Philly. Right over here. Nice condition coins, but yeah, not worth more than a silver half, but still cool to have. And then these are just a bunch of 2020s. That's what these are. I found a bunch of these. These are definitely are better dates, but let's see. Philly. I'm going fast on these, like I said. They're cool, but it's just a nice $50, really. And a new $50. Oops. And then I'll just show you the Denver real quick. Denver, okay, there it is. So, all NFCs. I'm going to pull up Kennedy $50 mintages. I am interested to see and kind of list some off. So, the 1987 for some reason is there's only less than 3 million made in each mint, which is kind of odd. In 2001, they made 20 million each, and in 2002, they made 3 million and then 2.5 million. And it's went down basically every year. 2008 is only 1.7 million each. Some of these get down real low. 2017, 1.8, 2.9. So 2017 Denver is rare, but not as rare. 2018 is 6.1 million and 4.8 million. So that was Denver and then Philly in that order. So it's getting a little bit more. 2019 only 1.7 million each, which is crazy. 2020 2.3 million for Philly and 3.4 million for Denver, which is kind of odd. How Philly is rare, and I have a bunch of Philadelphia minted coins. 2021 is 5.1, 7.7, so it kind of went up a little bit. And then 2022 is 4.8 million and 4.9 million. So 2022 is probably the last one, because 2023 had 30 million and 27 million, so that's not NAFC. And 2024 is 15.7 million and 21.9 million, so 2024 is probably not. Still nice halves, and then I'll be moving on to some other ones that I have. So I got some kind of possible errors. I'll just run through them. Definitely check out my errors. This right here is a 71D. And I'll see, I don't know, I thought I saw, yeah, that T looks suspicious of the first team. But, I could be wrong. I think it might be something. I'll pull aside, my eyes told me that it was something. Maybe it's not, but maybe it is. So, kind of just average circulation. Like these are not confirmed to be really anything necessarily. And now that I have a microscope, I can look. And these probably aren't. And you have to look. They're all just DDOs. I don't think it's a DDR actually. I think it's just all DDOs. But looking at these, probably nothing. I'll have to do some more looking at these. What's pretty good restrike right here. But you can do some research on these to make sure they're not, and then spend them. Get some more over here. These are all 71Ds and 72 Phillies. Maybe, I don't know, something going on there, maybe. Main thing is the TY and then this. No, I don't think any of them have all of them. They're not supposed to. They don't do that. I just check for, like, those are kind of the markers and stuff you look for. And you kind of angle it a little bit to see. Yeah, I don't think necessarily any of these are something. But looking at, see, that kind of looks like something. Seeing about these, I gotta look at these more, but Yeah, because if you look at these, one of these is the T or Y or something's gonna be doubled out of all these things that I'm looking at. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe the T looks odd. Okay, and now to some ones that I'm pretty sure are something. Something's wrong with them. It looks like something's wrong with them. Starting off, we have this 1972. It's in okay condition. It's just like, I think it is. If you see the G, look at the N. It's gotta be. If you see the N and the G and the OD, it's pretty heavily doubled. See the T and the R. And trust. So let's see. So 72D. Oh no, sorry, it's the 72 Philly. 72 Philly. What is going on here? 72 Philly has errors. Oops, that's the wrong link. Has errors. Yeah, DDO FS101. That is the error that is recognized, or diaphragm is what it's called, really. What has it got? Yeah, it's got doubling, basically the same doubling I have. It's a little bit more strong, more pronounced. You should see something on the T. Maybe. T's a little bit hard to see. So it is pretty cool. Let's see if I can let's see. Yeah, it's got to be something. I have a feeling that it is, and it's nice. It's worth something. I do have a feeling it is, given the G and the O and the D. It might be something just on the coin. Is it? Is there something on the coin? No, I think it's nice. I think it's AUMS, and AUMS. This is maybe like a $50 coin, maybe if it's an error or diaphragm. Technically, I don't know. It might be. I think it is. I hope it is, but who knows? $56 coin or so. Definitely something going on. This one is nice. This one I'm pretty sure is as well. If you look kind of on the I and the N, GOD, it does look doubled. Maybe. Actually, I don't know for sure. It looks like something's wrong. It might be. It might be just machine doubling. If it is, then it's worth something. Otherwise, it's not worth anything. But still pretty cool. Like I said, those two might be errors or not. But the best coins that I got today is some silver. Yes, I got some silver. I was super stoked. But yeah, you'll see in just a minute why I was so excited to get the silver. Starting off, we have, you can tell immediately. Like I can tell. Look at, well, first of all, here's the edge. It's completely white. This might be a bad example. There's no copper nickel in it, basically. Let me see if I have a better example. Right there. It's not orange. It's black. White color. So it kind of hinted away at it. But we have a 1967, 40% silver. Something going on with the D right there. Maybe double a little bit doubling the D. But yeah, really cool. 40% silver, about $5 melt, which is pretty nice. Yeah, checking the current melt. Silver's super high, so it's like 34 bucks an ounce. So melt at 502 is very high, and it definitely won't stay like that forever. But really nice coin, 40% silver. You can actually hear it. I don't know if you can, if it picks up, but let's see. You hear that very high pitched. Very high pitched sound that it makes. That's how you can tell it's silver. I can tell just by listening to a coin that it's silver or not. But not just one 40%, we have two 40%ers. This is a 69 Denver. This was the last year these were made for circulation. So it was 90% in 1964 only for candy halves, and then 65 to 69, 40% circulating. So these are quite a lot made. These are hundreds of millions made. And these are only made in Denver, I'm pretty sure. And in 1970 was 40%, but is the key date in that little short-lived semi-clad thing. It is like only a few million made. 70D is the most expensive. The 70 mints one. 70 proof is worth slightly more, but the 70D is worth just as much as a 90% can be. So, very nice. Another awesome coin. I think, did I show you the back on that one? Let me see. I think I showed the back. It's basically, it's the same as just checking for anything. His FG is kind of weak, but I guess they changed the design. But yeah, nothing crazy. So like I said, we didn't find just one, but we found two 40%ers. But we didn't just find two 40%ers. We found three 40% Kennedys. $5 a piece, $15 worth of silver. Awesome. Awesome. Another one, these are average conditions. This is 67. So I have, what, 267s, 69 down. I have a bunch of these in my personal collection, but those are just the ones I have right here. But this one I kind of is a little bit separate. It's kind of got some machine doubling, or maybe just actual doubling as well. If you look at dollar, it's got some doubling on the bottom. As you see right there, it's got a second thing. Same thing with the DD is extremely doubled. F, basically the bottom words. I'm trying to like angle it. Yeah, the bottom words are all doubled. Might be machine doubling, but it's still cool no matter what. A little bit in the A, you can see the A is like, that A is crazy, huh? That doesn't look super crazy. Let's see what a regular A is. See what a regular A would look like. Is that. This A looks like that. Yes, it's thick. Well, no, it's kind of. I mean, it doesn't really help that much, honestly. The A is kind of made thick on that. So not really the top letters, but maybe the U a little bit. So kind of those first letters, and then basically all of the bottom letters are heavily doubled. So it's really good. Look at the L. It's like crazy. So as you kind of see, like it struck it again. These letters in the bottom. So I don't know. It might be a double die. I think it is, or a triple die, but they don't have one listed or something. But so far, the best coin. The best coin that's actually worth something. Without it being an error or anything, because the errors could be worth more if they're an actual error. I'll slowly reveal it. Another silver coin, of course. Let's see. Oh, so we got Liberty. But as you notice, the Liberty is a little bit different. This is the Liberty on a Kennedy half dollar is kind of more spaced out, and there's no hair. Kennedy half dollar's got hair. Slowly reveal, I got no hair on this. It's worn, but boom, we got a Benjamin Franklin half dollar that I got. Super worn, but it's just awesome. This is a 1954, 71 years old. Wow, it is in terrible condition, but it is still a 90% silver coin, which melts for like, what is it, like 11, 12 bucks at this point, which is just crazy to get. Awesome. This is super cool. That I'm able to get this. Boom. Denver minted as well. Pretty bad. It's roughed up. It's got some like problems with it, but awesome, awesome, awesome. This is the you get the Liberty Bell, I believe. Look at that. The S's being worn into that, kind of crazy, but nice eagle on this. Really cool. I love this coin, and that is just straight white. As you see, only it is zoomed in so you can see it better. It's just straight white. Like there's no other color but white, and it's really worn. Compared to, let's show you a brand new half dollar. This is what a brand new half dollar looks like. As you see, it's barely white, silver colored, and mostly orange. And just also all the denticles or the edge reading marks are all present. And then you have a nice condition. This is an older one. Let's pull out older, nicer one. Like the same thing. Let's see. I don't have an older kind of worn one. And then of course, as the condition gets worse, the edge gets worse. And then this is what a 40% Kennedy would look like. See, he's kind of got green a little bit, and then white. So it's cool. Let's just hold it still. As you can see right there, compared to this, let's compare it to a clad one. Let's compare all three of them. On the left is 90% silver old. not like regular 90% silver, because you know, regular 90, if you find like a 64 Kennedy BU 64 Kennedy, it will be look like this. So imagine the middle one with the left color, but super worn, 40%, and then we have a completely clad one. So there is the difference. The one on the right you don't want, unless it's NFC, then you do want. One in the middle you want, it's awesome. One on the left you really want. And if you find one that's completely slick, could be a Walker or even a Barber. I've seen a few people find Barbers, but it's pretty hard. I have never found a veggie. I haven't even seen people who have found veggies, but I was super lucky enough to find one. Very happy. I was so stoked. I literally could not believe it. Like, I know sometimes you can believe things. I really could not believe it. So that was the coin shop buys, coin roll hunt finds, all that good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, stay tuned. Be more. Let me fix this real quick. And then yes, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.